You know, why is it I stand in my kitchen cooking pancakes 1 o'clock in the morning and I gotta hear somebody either above me or below me? I'm not following that shit. I mean, unless they got a whole fucking mobile lab on the other side of that wall and paying people fucking, cars and gift cards and car payments and other miscellaneous shit. To torture me with some fucking experiments, for which is illegal. I mean, for instance, if the Department of Justice investigates, if anything, I wouldn't want them knocking on my door. Oh, hell no. Not for U.S. 18241. That could lead to 242. Or my explanation of 242. Or, the entry and exiting. See, car. Still on the other side of the woods here. 20-foot wall. And there's still a car. This ain't no fucking park and ride. This is no park and ride. You see this shit? This right here, this is no fucking park and ride. You see this tree up here? It's on the other side of the fucking wall. Yet, you got a minimum of 1 to 2 trucks on the other side of the wall. It's not a park and ride. Yeah, there's room probably to pull over on the shoulder. But it ain't no park and ride. And I don't care who's on the other side of that wall. Torturing by U.S. standards, by U.S. law, the Geneva Convention, and the UN. Torturing, the taking over of one's mind by machine, by psychedelic drugs, is illegal. Stopping one from entering the church. There's some kind of church act. Well, guess what? You stopped me from entering a church because you've knocked me out before I'm supposed to go to church. Then there's the Fair and Equal Housing Act. When you're being spied on, or, you hear shit like a wire whip, or something stupid above you, and there's only 3 or 4 foot space, or you hear clicks and pops around the outside of your front porch, or you're knocked unconscious from 10:30 a.m. till 3 p.m. Now, when this occurs on an everyday basis from an hour up to 5 hours, well, you just stopped me from doing a lot of shit. Whether it was dishes, whether it was going to church, whether it was whatever. You can't stop someone from, going about their daily life. So you have just committed treason. You have just committed an act of war against the, American people. You have aided and abetted in torture. You have committed torture. You have used frequencies to try to oppress, injure, or kill. And you've used neighborhood wannabe thugs. Maybe they get, some time reduced from a crime. Maybe they get some gifts. Maybe they get a car. Maybe they get time off from prison, jail. Who knows? Or maybe the ones aiding get a new car. Car paid off. House remodeling. Who knows? But that boundary was crossed over when I had to call a congressman's office and then explain to them that that boundary was crossed over. That boundary was crossed over when I called and left my name and number. So, whoever is sitting right now on the other side of that wall, get the fuck in your truck, start the bitch, and pull off. It's a real simple act to do. Because aiding and abetting, well, that's a 20-year crime. It's just like you committed to torturing yourself because you allowed it to go on. Military is held by higher standards because they took an oath to protect the American public. So when you go rogue and you start doing illegal shit like torturing, I'm sure that, that don't look too good on you. Along with police and, other people that are held under the color of law. Now, me personally, I've had enough. I've had enough. Starts at one address, follows you to another address. Well, that's cooperation, coordination, and, there's got to be some funding, so I take it that's a RICO crimes case as well. Misappropriation of funds. I mean, if people are getting paid to fucking torture someone, sure, it's a misappropriation of funds. So, I don't rightfully care if they're in the attic. I don't care if somebody let them in the basement. I don't. I really don't. And the reason for that is for as many people as I've told, for as many people as I've talked to about this fucked up ass bullshit, all it takes is for one or two to open their mouth, or the third guy to produce some SIM cards. Shit, I mean, all it takes is for them to look through some shit and find out what the hell I'm talking about. Considering almost everything you post these days gets put into an algorithm and then gets collected and swept up in the data and all kind of bullshit. So no matter how many copies there are, there's always an extra copy, whether it be in a cloud file, whether it be in their system's filing. There's always a copy somewhere. That's why you can go to a bank, and if somebody cashes your check, you can say, hey, can I get a copy of the photos of when that check was cashed? And 2 weeks later, you'll get a manila envelope with the contents of who cashed your check. There's always, you know, now, I mean, I'm tired of those bullshit. People taking part. I had one person tell me it's demonic. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it is a little bit. You got to have some kind of evil spirit in you to do some wicked ass shit to people. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. But to knock somebody out daily for weeks and months, well, you're torturing. You've aided and abetted. So, everybody at my last address to everybody at this address. Landlord's supposed to make it safe. Crime-free. Yeah. When you pay rent, you're supposed to be left alone. You're supposed to have privacy. You know, they're called tenants' rights. I mean, we can get into all that too. Oh, there's actually another truck parked just a little bit down farther from where the door is itself. You can see the door in one of the other videos during the daytime when I say the door. So there's probably 2 or 3 trucks right here parked on the other side of that wall. At least that's what it sounds like. I mean, could you imagine being investigated, being found guilty of torture, losing your job, getting 20 years, under the color of law, losing your pension? Hate Crimes Act in 96 or 94, I think it was 96. The Church Act, forget. I mean, this shit gets old.